Hello, Costa Rica and Costa Rica cartoon readers of the Costa Rica Star. It is March 28th. It's Wednesday, and it's 6:39 p.m. my time here on the East Coast of the United States. I hope you guys enjoy this cartoon. You don't get to see all of it. I drew the rough, and I didn't know if we are going to go with the rough, so I didn't record that. But the whole rough changes. I just took the rough and I drew on top of it and deleted stuff as I went through it. So you're still getting most 98% of all the cartoon goodness here. We are doing this earlier this week, and I want to wish everyone in Costa Rica happy Holy Week. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it is, other than it means I have to draw my cartoon 2 days early. Which I found out my deadline had been moved to Wednesday. I found out on Wednesday. Found out at 1:30 a.m. actually. But I'm a cartoonist who flies by the seat of his pants, and hey, I don't have the pressure of drawing it on Thursday and Friday. Just today. Anyway, Darren, I'm mispronouncing his name. Darren Huron is a member of the New England Patriots, and he's really good, at what he does. He's like a safety, a cornerback. He stops guys from catching the ball. That's his job. In case you're in Costa Rica and you don't know American football, that's what that is. And they pay you a lot of money to do that. He didn't do it enough, though, in the Super Bowl, and they lost to the Eagles. And thought we'd go with something other than a Fabricio cartoon this week. Andrew sent me the story, and he said it'd be pretty good, and I thought it would be pretty good, too. But he didn't know what we should do with it with the cartoon. He just knew it would be a good cartoon, and I think he's right. I don't know if this cartoon's good, but he's right. It is a good cartoon subject. And honestly, I didn't know what to do with it either for the first several hours. And this is the second idea that I sent. The first one was rejected because they felt that people, the readers, you guys, would not really understand the whole football thing. I had him flying home between Cheech and Chong, and they were both wearing Eagles jerseys. But that might have been way over the head. Anyway, I know football. I know American football. And just for the record, yes, I know Tom Brady is a member of the New England Patriots, and they lost the Super Bowl, which is what the editor in Costa Rica informed me about. I'm only in the news business and live in the United States, so I haven't been in coma, so I'm pretty much aware about that. So I don't know what they know in Costa Rica about American football and junk. I know Canadian football is weird. They got like extra yards on the side, like fields wider and stuff, and there's like 3 downs. That's weird. Anyway, Darren Huron flew into Costa Rica, and he brought a bunch of pot with him. He hid it inside like a bottle, and he brought some pipes and everything. Michael Vick did the same thing once. He hid some marijuana inside the cap of a water bottle or something like that. I don't know how you do that because I don't smuggle marijuana. But my first instinct, or the first thing that occurred to me, was just kind of how weird was it, or how stupid that this is the one person smuggling drugs into Central America. Usually it comes the other way. And I thought about doing something on that, but then I actually did some research. I started reading about marijuana in Costa Rica, and it's not really a big thing there. It's not like a lot of, or even drug traffic is coming to us from Costa Rica. It's more of a South American thing, like Colombia and junk like that, places like that. And so, yeah, it's like that would have been like wrong. So, and also in Costa Rica, pot, it's a crime, but it's not really a serious crime. It's illegal. And in fact, with Huron, what they did was they just stuck him back on the plane and sent him back to the United States. Probably without his pot, but they sent him back. They didn't want him. Sent him back here. And but you would think that if you fly into Central America with narcotics, that you may not be leaving Central America for a very, very long time. But he flew to Costa Rica, where they kind of scoffed at it and said, "Get out of here." In Costa Rica, it's illegal, but a lot of times they won't really do too much about it, probably, if they catch you with it. But flying into the airport, a really, really big no-no. They can't really ignore that. So anyway, that's what I read. If I'm wrong, about them just pretty much leaving you alone if you have it. And I don't mean like selling it, like if you just have it. If I'm wrong about that, like you have personal experiences, then let me know. I mean, I don't really care because I don't smoke marijuana. I really don't. I honestly, a lot of people are just surprised I don't do drugs, but I really do not do any drugs, and I never have. And I don't think marijuana is a drug, but I have to like include it there when I say I've never done drugs. But I've never like played around with anything. I've never tried anything except marijuana when I was younger, and I didn't like it. And that's just one of those things that I tried it. Every time I tried it, I didn't like it until I decided that what's the point of doing it, of trying it again. And I know a lot of people argue with me about it, but hey, I don't care if you do it, so I don't argue with you about not doing it. So leave me alone. I mean, I don't argue with you about doing it, so leave me alone about not doing it. And it should be legal. I really believe that. It should be legal in the United States anyway, and probably in Costa Rica too. I mean, there are a lot worse things that are illegal. So, but he will probably be punished because the NFL doesn't really play with substances that are illegal or banned, and he's got to deal with his coach, Bill Belichick, who normally doesn't mind cheaters and cheating, but the marijuana thing he probably has a strict policy about. There's a rumor that one of his best players was kept out of the Super Bowl because of marijuana. I don't know if that's true. The team has not commented on that or verified it or denied it, and either has the player. But it was really weird that he was on the sidelines throughout the entire game, didn't play because he wasn't hurt. So, but reports are that it was because he was caught with some weed, wacky weed, whatever. So, but I'm a musician, so every time I'd have band practice, there was marijuana around. I'd never really cared. I actually liked the way it smelled. Just didn't like smoking it. But it's all over the place. And from what I also read, that it's really stupid to take marijuana to Costa Rica, because if you want it, you're not going to have a hard time finding it. And that's not me trying to insult Costa Rica, because that's here too. That's the United States. If you want marijuana, you can find some marijuana. Anyway, we are about done with this cartoon. You missed out a whole bunch of the coloring and everything. Anyway, I hope you enjoy getting your cartoon early today. And I hope you enjoy Holy Week, whatever that is. It's holy hell, I gotta draw my cartoon early this week. That's what that means. Anyway, thank you for visiting the Costa Rica Star and our videos and the page. And do me a favor, comment, because that makes more people comment and come back and view, and makes it more relevant and important. Click the likey thing, it's a big thumbs up, and subscribe to the Costa Rica Stars YouTube channel.